Diana, Daphne, Dennison, Doreen, Dee Dee, Donovan. I wanted to share some thoughts with you today. I'm so sorry I can't be with you. I'm in Southern California with some dealing with some previous commitments that I had that I couldn't change, but nevertheless wanted to share some thoughts with you since I can't be there personally. I just want you to know what I thought of your dad. At this point in life, we get an opportunity to look in the rearview mirror, and certain people stand out. And because of your father, it facilitated some things for me that I will never forget. If I go and wind the clock all the way back, I think of those days when I was a freshman at Grafton High School, and I got to be friends with Dennison, who was a year ahead of me as a sophomore, and then got to know the rest of the family, which ended up with Dennison and I spending a lot of weekends together, staying up late on Saturday night watching Saturday Night Live, Don Kirshner's rock concert. That might be followed up with a morning of going to church with the Dolato family and Sunday afternoon dinners, which I was invited to many, many times. I was on my own. My mother was traveling. I didn't have a family. I was left with the Myers, and they had to deal with a problem teenager. But I always respected the family that you had. I looked up to your family and wished I had a family like you guys had. So there's a lot of cherished memories that are associated with the time that I spent with you guys. I think about the many trips to Canada, the family outings that I was invited with you to. I even went to some 4th of July family reunions with you. There was trips to Canada after my mission. One funny thing I remember that always when there was a multi-night lengthy trip with you guys, at the end of that trip, I got a legal pad sheet of paper with an accounting of my portion of the expenses of that trip. And your dad's talents as an accountant actually ended up being pretty important to me later on in life as I began to build my own personal business, my orthopedic business in Las Vegas, a little $500,000 business that grew to a $36 million business in 7 states and 4 offices. And your dad was with me all along the way as that business grew. And so there was a significant amount of interactions with your dad over those years. And all of those times, from early on till the last time that I saw your dad always had a smile, maybe a little ribbing that went along the way. You could pretty much count on the fact that if I was hanging around your dad, we were in for a few laughs. And so, again, as I said, as I look in the rearview mirror, your dad stands out as one of those important figures in my life and facilitated some very important events in my life. And so I am so sorry I didn't get to spend some time with them in these final days. Now, Daphne, Dennison, we live pretty close to each other. I don't know why we don't cross paths. We need to fix that because I love you guys and respect your family. And I am grateful for the plan that we're here in mortality, get tested, try to improve. And then after it's all said and done, we get to spend time again in immortality with each other, and looking forward to that time that I get to see Harold on the other side. So again, my condolences, my sadness for not being able to be there with you, but I wanted to let you guys know of my love for all of you and my love for your dad. And I'll miss him, but I know that there will be good times ahead.